Good morning. My name is Graichen. I'm one of Sess1's new general managers, and I'm here to talk to you about options for new high-value wood products. Well, how do you kick off a webinar-type conference? A talk like Options for Higher Value Wood Products has a very, let's say, transactional sound to it. The title is correct, the title is appropriate, but let me try something different, something that reflects how we feel about forests and something that is closer to our heart. Let's talk about all the product opportunities that come from forests. Let's talk about things that are not necessarily identifiable as products in the traditional sense, but these are so important. So in very simple words, let's talk about why we love forests. So in the next 10 minutes, I will take you on a discovery journey. I will be exploring reasons why we love forests. So let's get started by talking about the global challenges of the 21st century. They are internationally, but they also apply to New Zealand. We need solutions, and an opportunity is transitioning to a circular bioeconomy. Let's also talk about connecting forests with products we know about, but also products we have not identified as such. And finally, why should we be doing all this now? So what are these big global challenges that will shape the 21st century? Well, we need energy, but it has to be decarbonized. Our materials need to come from sustainable resources, and we must safeguard biodiversity. It's about restoring and enhancing it. Climate change. This is probably the biggest challenge of our generation. Land use. How do we relieve pressure on our land? Resource scarcity. We are consuming as we have a second planet available. Food loss and waste. So how can we feed 10 billion people in 2050? The demographic change. How do we address an aging and growing population? And finally, technology. How do we use the flood of technology advances, but how do we use them for good? So the linear economy of today is not an answer. The answer to all these challenges can only come from transitioning to a circular bioeconomy. And forests are at the heart of this transition. The circular bioeconomy offers absolutely game-changing solutions. So this type of economy enables a carbon neutral, renewable and exclusive economy. And overall, it's a society that prospers in harmony with, not against nature. So this economy uses renewable natural capital to transform and manage our land, our food, our health, our industrial systems, and all with the goal of achieving overarching sustainable well-being. So with these principles of a circular bioeconomy in mind, here are 5 reasons why we love forests. So forests are at the heart of unlocking significant GDP growth for our country if we move beyond business as usual. So this graph shows 2 scenarios for the forest sector GDP contribution up to 2050. So the business as usual prediction, and that's here shown in green and light green, this is considering traditional logging, wood, paper opportunities, will only give a moderate increase in GDP by 2050. But then looking into 2050, we can also see a different future. A future where the contribution could be about 10 times larger in numbers. So this future includes onshore manufacture of new high-value forest-based products, So this could be biochemicals, bioplastics, biofuels, higher value wood products. All this manufacture and all this value add will happen somewhere in the world. And we have the chance to make it happen in New Zealand. A circular bioeconomy is about economic growth, but with nature, not against it. So forests are at the heart of improving our environmental footprint in critical areas such as soil health, erosion control, air quality, carbon sequestration, water quality, biodiversity, and general well-being. And it's really important that all these contributions should be seen as products. Forests are absolutely critical for New Zealand's journey to zero carbon. So they're offering opportunities for carbon sequestration, but also renewable feedstock for bioenergy, the bioplastics, all the material we talked about. And they are alternatives to currently really emission-heavy materials, products, and processes. Also, how we build our houses, our buildings, has a significant impact on how we respond to climate change. Less steel, less concrete, more wood, all this could significantly help New Zealand to hit our carbon targets. Science and innovation are the key enablers of a strong Maori economy in the future, and forestry and forest-derived products will be a cornerstone of this economy. So this is a great, unique New Zealand opportunity and absolutely not to be missed. So given the close link to feedstock, the circular bioeconomy is a key contributor to economic growth in rural areas. So it is an engine for sustainable development in rural and regional New Zealand. So this type of economy offers innovative solutions to generate wealth, generate jobs, generate environmental benefits, all from this global opportunity. But the opportunity is to capture all these benefits in our regions. Well, that might sound very ambitious, and it is very ambitious. And these are our ambitions for New Zealand. We can only achieve them in partnerships. And we are very bold in claiming that forests are the resource that will get us to these ambitions and to this future. So for us, it is all about how we value and use forests. It's directly or indirectly. It is to enrich our country, our communities, and ourselves. So in this 2050 future, so we envisage forests as a highly regarded renewable resource, a resource that is absolutely pivotal to New Zealand's economic, environmental, and social well-being. Well, the final question is, why now? Well, the stars are aligned, and New Zealand has always responded very well to change and challenges. So the world as it is at the moment is changing at a much faster pace than during the Industrial Revolution about 200 years ago. This change is coming like a tidal wave, and it will sweep away the old economy. So the choice at the moment is ours. The time for all this change is right now. So the opportunities you have is you fight the change and hold on to an old economy, or are we working towards a future, and a future that would mean our children and their children are enjoying living standards far superior from what we can see today. So forests are at the forefront and are the foundation for this aspirational future. We can't get there without forests. And for all these reasons that I've just given you, for all these reasons, this is why we love forests. So I hope I was able to take you on a very exciting journey. I think there's great opportunities, great future ahead of us. And I wish you a very enjoyable and very fruitful conference. Thank you very much.